Hands in the air, they got me again. I've been found guilty of being draped in brown skin. From Chicago to Sanford, it doesn't matter what town I'm in. Blue and red lights start jumping and my heart's pumping, pounding again. I don't know if this time will be the time it all ends. My people die for the country I'm in, but sometimes people treat me like being born in this country is my sin. I can be stopped for driving while black, walking while black, talking while black. My freedom of speech is considered talking back, resisting arrest, insisting distress. And you wonder why I'm stressed. I can be in Harlem on a slow stroll and get stopped and frisked. Once I was pulled over for driving too slow. Canines came out and my whole car was sniffed. And it's so much deeper than this. Cause our babies are being gunned down even when they had cuffs on their wrists. Shot in the back by cowards with badges, but they say that we are savage. Mama Grant, I feel your pain. To the Martin family, my sentiments are the same. Cause I could have easily been young Trayvon walking through the same rain. I could have easily been young Oscar Grant stepping off of the same train. Our blood pumps through the same vein. We're all connected. We're all one. Which is why my heart sank like 1,000 Titanics. Even across the Atlantic, hearts panicked. Souls ached with disgust. The country that slaved us is still the country that dishonorably grazed us. Chains us to lies and false images, paint pictures darkening us. It feels like it's the U.S. versus us. How can we trust court systems that weren't built for us? With jurors that don't look like us, upholding laws that don't apply to us. Fighting for our civil rights is why roads are set for us. You can stand your ground, but you can't stand for us. Descendants of those who sold us like we were soulless. Property with no rights because they owned us. Whip, hung, stoned us for the whole town to see. For their children to see. Pick a nigga at the picnic so when they got older they will remember how to treat me. Beat me with a system masked in deceit. History repeats. Oppression is so far from obsolete. You speak with a forked tongue. Snakes that probably wish we were still being hung. We're still being hung by imbalanced sentences that go far beyond the period. How did they give that murderer his gun back? Racism is so whack. We need to see with our hearts first. Ask yourself, what is a life worth? Especially when they want me to fit the face of a criminal. I am not a criminal. But they say I fit the description. I didn't draw the gun, who's drawn the picture? It's time to turn the page. We're marching for justice, you can't mute our parades. You can't turn down the volume of our voices. This is what it sounds like when 1 million souls speak. You were foolish to think that you were preying on the weak. Yes, we're targeting the hardest, but we're not looking for a savior. We're looking to peacefully coexist and for the ignorance to change its behavior. We want to outlast our past and not be the outcast. Change is coming fast. Look into Sybrina's eyes and you'll see the strength of us, the love of us. Listen to our heart and you will know why God sent for us. Tracy is a prime example of a good man carrying his sons. Zimmerman is a prime example of why the fearful shouldn't be carrying guns. You couldn't man up and fight a boy, so you took a family's joy. But trust me, it wasn't in vain. There's so much power in our pain. With honor, we will fight for the honor of this young man's name. Because of Trayvon, so many lives will be saved. Despite this being America, land of the free, home of the slaves.